from the top. A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3.
Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary.
A lot of people have fantasies of being able to play an instrument or of what music means. Music means a lot to people. And this is about music being brought to a town, whether it's by somebody who really knows how to play any music or not.
The major thing about Harold Hill is that he comes to this very stodgy sort of town and just brightens everyone and gives life to all these people.
And my next step will be to get your town out of the serious trouble it's in.
River City isn't in any trouble.
Then I'll have to create some.
This man comes into town, this shyster, and he connives people. But really, it's a wonderful thing because because of this sort of trick, they become exposed to like dancing and singing and hope and the idea of musical instruments and playing.
Even though it's called The Music Man, and even though this man, this incredible con man, this lovable artist, has come to town and made an entire town fall in love with him, this truly is a love story. And that's the moment that people will hopefully get the goosebumps.
As soon as we got the rights and we were just thinking about who should play Harold Hill, before we even made any decisions, we got a call that Matthew Broderick's passion in life was to play Harold Hill.
Matthew's ability to be real on film is just unparalleled. I don't think there's anybody that does what he does. And he's so charming. The Music Man is the Pied Piper, and Matthew Broderick embodies that in every way.
He sells his dream to other people and then takes the money and runs. But at this particular juncture, as he says, he gets his foot caught in the door because he meets Marion, the librarian. For the first time in my life, I got my foot caught in the door.
What can I do, my dear?
Where Harold is really trying to win Marion over, and she just doesn't have time for him. The tension that builds in the scene and the song that Marion has to do and that he has to do is really fun to portray.
He just wants to be around her, and I guess he gets some confidence from that, and he ends up sticking around for once.
Matthew is the heart and soul of a song and dance man. He totally understands movement and style, and he's such a great fan of movies and of musicals that if I say this is kind of Fred Astaire-ish, this is kind of Gene Kelly-ish, this is Donald O'Connor, he knows, and he understands the distinction between all those styles. But the best thing, of course, is a choreographer. You don't want to sort of just see it done back at you the way you just did it. You want somebody to take it and make it their own and make it look like it came from them. And that's what Matthew does, instantly.
Take a couple steps to your left. Play back. Mark.
76 trombones hit the counterpoint, while 110...
We decided in 76 trombones, Stephen Henderson made this incredible set. Not only the gymnasium, but a locker room, a classroom, a hallway, a balcony. And so we travel in and out of all these areas, which is sort of something that you can't do on a Broadway stage.
We worked out incredibly carefully so that the desks themselves, the placement of the desks, those were antique desks. We had to rebuild each and every one of them and make half a dozen new ones. But when those kids get up on the desks and dance, it's fantastic.
The vocabulary we used for 76 trombones was sort of taking basic kid steps, skipping, jumping, hopping, marching. It's a march, right? And children's games. Simon Says, follow the leader. How do you take those kinds of children's games and expand them into an idea of a marching band?
The costume of the movie, of course, is the Music Man costume at the end. We hired a gentleman who does the Prince of Wales when he comes to London, his military uniforms.
The thing that I can say most about this whole experience and working on it is that constantly I find it's true of myself, everybody on the crew, everybody who's working on the show, it makes you smile. It has that wonderful effect on you, it just makes you smile.
While 110 cornets played the air, then I modestly took my place as the one and only face, and I oompah'd up and down the square.
Good night, my someone, good night, my love.
Sweet dreams.
I think the Music Man is really representative of the fabric of this country, about people just coming in with their own individual style and trying to succeed and trying to uncover truths about themselves, about the city, about the town. And I think the spirit of the piece is completely American, more so now than it was maybe in our entire history.